What's up,
Hey
guys?
guys,
Welcome back to our channel. So I know you haven't seen us in like
it's been a while.
6 or 7 days.
It's almost been it's been like a whole week.
But like we said when we first started our channel, that life is gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're not gonna pick up the camera every single day. Like we said before, we would rather put out quality videos than just throwing together videos. And honestly, we haven't really been in the mood to film.
Yeah, we've just been doing our own thing.
We've been focusing on
life.
us. We've kind of been taking a step back from social media, if you want to say.
Yeah.
I mean, we've still been looking at our social media. We just haven't been posting on our social media as much.
Yeah.
Which honestly I've liked. I like not having to worry about uploading every Monday, Wednesday, Friday the past week. Like, honestly, it's been nice.
It's been a little break for us, honestly.
Because we're busy.
Yeah.
He's still working. I'm still in school.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I'm doing well in school.
She is. Doing really good.
I put a lot of pressure on myself when it comes to classes. I have my two by far favorite classes are probably my intro to teaching class, because it's actually learning concepts on how to be a good educator. And if you guys don't know, I'm going into elementary education, so that's like a big part of being an educator, is how you can be a successful educator and what skills you can bring into the classroom. So I really like that class. Like, it's hands-on. Our teacher is such a great teacher. He asks us interview questions that you actually would be in. Like, say after my student teaching, I interview for a position at that school. He's been in this industry long enough that he knows the interview questions. So he gives us pretty much mock interviews on, here's this question, how would you reply? And the biggest takeaway that I've learned from that class is when a school is interviewing you, respond with, it's about the kids. Don't make it self-centered about, oh, I would do this. You would say, like, as a class, we would be doing this. So it's centering it towards the kids, not you. Because if a principal or vice president sees that you are making an effort to center your teaching around the kids and not you, that makes you look better as an educator, and that makes you stand out as an educator when you're going through these interviews. That's the biggest takeaway that I've taken away from that class. And I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of the classes that I pay most attention to, which is really bad. But I'm also in some gen ed still, and those gen eds aren't really interesting to me. Like, it's all stuff that you learned in high school, just at a college level. So I've already learned a lot of that stuff, so it's not as interesting to me. But you ask me what I learned in my intro to teaching class, I could tell you right off the bat. Right off the bat. And then my other class is actually at my actual college, and it's in integrating English language arts. And that class is so much fun. Like, we learn so much knowledge that he'll pick me up because it's a night class. So he just takes me and picks me up. I will come home, I'm like, my brain physically hurts.
Usually she's like, I'm tired. She's like, I know.
Or I'll always have a headache, because it's a class from 5 to 7:50, but we usually get out like a little bit earlier than that because it's a nighttime class. But between that span of time, we just get thrown so much information, but good information. Like, and I like that the teacher within the class, like, she'll teach us like part of the lecture, and then she'll give us like a little quiz to see how much of that we retained. And I love that, because there's some days where I can leave class and I won't remember what I learned, but by her doing that, like a little quiz after she lectures, it just, for some reason, keeps it in my brain. And like, I'll be at work and I'm an English tutor at work, and what I'm learning is what I'm teaching, and so I'm like, oh, I remember this, so I pull it from my school, which is honestly so helpful. Like, right now in class we're learning about phonological and phonological awareness and phonemic awareness, and the difference between phonemes and phonics are. So like those all just sounded the same to you probably. You probably don't know what those are unless you are an educator or you actually know what I'm talking about. But before you can start reading, you have to learn those basics. So we're learning how to teach those basics, and we're learning what those are to teach them to kids. I know that was like a 5-minute ramble about school.
It's cool
but
stuff.
Like, if you can't tell, I'm like really excited to start my other major classes because I'm learning so much information about my career field, which I love. I like that I'm actually finally into my major classes, learning information that I care about retaining, which sounds so bad, but it's true. Like, I love these classes. I love all my classmates. Like, in my teaching, it's called a cohort, so it's the people that you will be doing your block classes, if you guys know what that is. So I think there's about 15, no more than 20 in my cohort, which is really nice. And so everyone gets to know everyone. We have a giant group chat with everyone in it. If we have questions, we just ask. So it's really nice. Yeah. But on to the next subject. So I'm going to put actually I'm not going to put an end card or a card here. But on to the next subject. Yes. Our last video was our
meal prep of our chicken and white rice or yellow rice.
Chicken and so it was a pulled chicken in a salsa marinade
with yellow rice
over a bed of yellow rice.
It was our best one.
Oh my gosh.
It's our
so
favorite.
Good. We bought the stuff to make it again.
Yeah, it's hands down our favorite one. I think I definitely kind of moved some of the meal preps around to find that one first.
I made 7 of those and I ate 2 of them.
Yeah, I have quite a few of them. We shared one of them though.
And that was one of the 2 that I ate.
So, I mean,
no,
clearly I really enjoyed it.
It was so good, though, because it was a crock pot meal. Mm-hmm. So, like you saw in our video, I'll link it. I think it's in this corner. I'm not entirely sure. It could be in this corner. It was so easy to make. Leave it in the crock pot for 4 to 5 hours. I will say the longer you put it in the crock pot, the easier it is to shred the chicken.
Yeah, understandably.
Especially if you put it in frozen. But no, it's so easy. We got the stuff to make it again.
For sure, going to make it again.
I feel so better doing meal prep. Humble brag moment. I had a pair of black skinny jeans that for 4 or 5 weeks I could not fit into. They were too tight around my stomach. I would sit and they would be too tight. We went out to dinner with my family on Saturday, and I was like, oh, I wasn't even aware of them. I just was like, oh, I'm going to try these on. Fit loose. So that's a proud moment for me because I struggle with my weight, getting to like a comfortable weight since college, because college freshman 15 is real. And then quarantine happened. Yeah. So I'm finally at the point where I'm like starting to watch what I eat, getting back into healthy eating habits. I do not drink soda pop anymore. I do drink the 0 calorie, 0 sugar like drink mixes, which I know those probably aren't the best for you, but it's a step. Yeah. It's a step from soda. So I'm not drinking soda. I'm not eating junk food. I mean, I have a few cheat days, like this girl loves her Cheez-Its. Yes, Cheez-Its and peanut M&Ms. Those are like those I think are the only 2 junk foods I've been eating recently.
For sure.
And it's been like once, maybe twice a week.
Not very often.
So it's not like every single day I'm having Cheez-Its like I used to. And then the meal prep. My favorite snack recently has been those, what are they, like the Sims? It's the Aldi brand, like beef, like meat sticks. Oh yeah. With their cube cheese or a cheese stick and pistachios. That is my go-to protein-packed snack.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so good. when I was at class, I think 2 weeks ago, I was like, babe, I'm out of my meat and cheese. He goes, I'll go get it for you, because he knows that is my go-to snack.
It is. I like it. I enjoy it too, but
it is my go-to snack when I'm hungry or hangry. He's like, babe, go get some meat and cheese and eat it, please. But I feel like I've been having more energy.
Oh, definitely.
Since meal prepping.
Yeah.
I've lost, I don't know, I haven't been stepping on the scale because I'm kind of like avoiding the scale, just because I think to me the number intimidates me, and I don't want to get like that crazy person who's like, oh, this is not the number I want on the scale, but I am seeing results.
Yeah.
How are you feeling with meal prep?
I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know. I don't notice a whole lot of change. I just know consciously I'm eating better, and honestly the food just tastes better. So I mean, to me, I know I'm eating better food and it tastes better. So I mean, I can't complain. So
plus, when we do meal prep, we buy it in, I don't want to say bulk, but we do buy like meat in bigger quantities and then divide it up between those meals, so we are getting protein in every meal now, which has been a struggle in the past. Yes.
But
that was a big struggle in the past.
No, that meal is the pulled chicken is definitely our favorite.
It just has so many flavors, and the flavors you think like wouldn't go together, but they just go together so nicely.
It really does. It's so good. So we got that. We did make one. You made one not too long ago over the weekend.
It wasn't the best. It was just because we needed protein, but we didn't have the chicken. Well, I just didn't want to thaw the chicken. But we had a leftover, and a lot of our meal prep now, we have a lot of it left over from that first week we bought it, so we only have to buy like bits and pieces, which is really nice.
It helps a lot.
But yeah, I made a box of the protein pasta with we had some leftover marinara sauce from a meal that we did the other day. It was still good though; it hadn't expired.
Oh yeah.
So I did protein pasta with marinara and a little bit of Alfredo sauce, and I know that's probably not like the best meal prep, but it got us
a few more
few more meals before we headed grocery shopping. So Will and I also made a big adult grown-up decision
kind of.
We planned something.
We have a trip in the making that
We've booked our flights.
Yeah,
we're not gonna say where it is
until it gets
closer. But there will be vlogs of that.
Yes.
It'll be either 3 or 4 vlogs.
It might be even more than that. Who knows?
Or more of that. But you guys will have to stay tuned. If your family, do not comment down below.
You already know
what we're doing, because just don't. We want to announce it
it's cool
on our time. But if your family, you already know.
So we're excited for that.
But it is a trip.
Yes, we got
and I will say that
extended weekend trip.
Should I say out of state?
Yeah, it's an out of state trip.
It's an out of state trip. But we're not going to say where to.
So yeah, get ready for that. That's coming in. It's coming in a few weeks. We're a few weeks away actually from that, which is crazy.
Working on some last minute itinerary stuff.
Yep. We're excited for that.
We're so excited. I haven't stopped talking about it since we booked our tickets. What else is new in our lives?
Not a whole lot, honestly.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, work's been the same. I've been training some new people. Been doing more training actually, which is really nice. I had one day where I did. I think I had 2 back-to-back days where I did test calls, which was really awesome because that's just something I thoroughly enjoy. I love being able to help the new people that come in to our company and, just show them how we do what we
Mm-hmm.
do. So it's something I really enjoy, and I look forward to doing more often. And you know, yeah, I always make it. Whenever the opportunity is given to me, I always take it because I just love training people.
It
It's
gives you
quite
practice
fun.
too.
It really does. Yeah, that's very true. It does give me practice on not only training them or just going over stuff that I already know, but just kind of like a catch up on stuff.
Or like refreshing your memory.
Yeah.
Or maybe like sometimes um, the person who's doing the test calls with you um, needs help, and you can explain to them and like refresh yourself on, oh, I haven't done this in a while. This is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you've been doing that a lot more recently, I feel
I
like.
did, yeah. I think I had 2 test calls. I had 2 different people that I trained. I don't think it was back-to-back days. I think they were just a few days apart of each other, but it was just this last week I did like 2 of them in 1 week, which was really awesome. Because like I said, I thoroughly enjoy doing it. So that's fun stuff that I'm doing at my job. Nothing new, but
Well, I have another thing that I can update them on. With one of my classes, we are required to do observations in a classroom. So I think starting a week from when you're seeing this video, I will start my observations in a kindergarten classroom, and just to see how different schools do different curriculum and how different teachers teach different ways and different strategies in classroom management. So I'm excited about that, for sure. Sorry, the camera is shaking a little bit. Oops, and it's shaking again.
It's an earthquake.
No, it's not. Oh, we found out the other night that when I locked Quincy in his kennel, I did not, I guess, lock it all the way, or he must have opened it. We have no idea what happened. But we came home and I fed him.
Well, so what happened, how it works is we have Quincy in a crate.
His
if
kennel.
you know, a kennel. And it has 2 different latches, one up top and one on bottom. And usually when we're just running out, I only lock the top one because he doesn't get out. And because it's just, I don't have to bend down and get the bottom one. It's laziness on my part, but whatever. So I just do the top one, but I make sure I do it all the way and it latches down, whatnot. And it's fine. There's never been an issue. So yeah, we went.
It must have been a fluke on my end or something.
But
we were heading out and I locked it, and I must have not like gotten it all the way in the latch, or I must have not like flipped the latch down, because if the latch is like, so it's like a little bar, and then you like put it, if you know what a dog latch is, but then there's the flap. If it's up, he can nuzzle it with his nose, but if it's down, he can't. So I don't know if I didn't like latch it all the way or if I didn't close it all the way, but he was in the kitchen. And we got home, and I was pouring his food in his bowl.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, we hear him running, and I was like,
coming up. And he just came up right next to us.
I looked at him. I was like, "Did you let him out?" Because I thought he was in the bedroom for something, letting him out. And I don't know what it was.
I was in the kitchen. I was like, I was here the entire time.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just a fluke or.
It was the weirdest thing, though. It's scary.
So...
It kind of creeped both of us out, and the thought of like, how did he do that?
How did he do that? Because he's never done it.
We have no idea. Like, still have no idea.
We don't know if he like nuzzled it or something, but I don't know. And then we put him in his kennel to see if he would do it again, just like see if he could do it. And I think he got confused.
Yeah,
because
he did. I started calling him. I was on my bed. I was just laying.
Don't do it because he's in his kennel right now.
Oh, yeah. So I was just laying on my bed and I was snapping my finger. I was whistling and calling him like to see if he would come. He got excited. But he couldn't get out of his kennel because it was locked, because we were going to see if you'd open it. And that's exactly, he got excited and
he had a little potty accident.
He had an accident
in his kennel.
Yeah.
And at the time, we were mad because we had just gotten home. We were tired. We had just gone down to the plaza for the Plaza Art Fair, so we just got home. We were tired. We were like, oh, we just want to lay in bed. Like, I literally looked at him as we walked in the door. I was like, movie?
Yeah,
and
we were
he's
gonna
like,
watch a movie
yep,
on the couch, and
we were gonna cuddle up on the couch. and just watch a movie. And then as we were getting the blankets off the bed, he did that, and I was like, oh my gosh. So he
It was on his bed, and obviously his crate isn't huge, small, but it's not huge
but
either.
then he laid down in his own pee.
Yeah, so we had to give him a bath.
I was like, well, I didn't think he laid down in it, so I was like, babe, can you take him out? So he went out. He went pee even more.
He did.
And I was like, okay, that's weird, because I thought we took him out.
I'm sure we did.
Multiple times. I think he was just so excited and worked up.
He was excited and he was confused.
And he had just eaten and drank a crap ton of water.
Yeah.
So he was excited, and so he went outside and did his business again. And then I'm in here. I'm crawling in his kennel to get his bed out. I was like, I don't even know if his bed's gonna fit in the washing machine.
It did.
It fit.
We got it all
dried,
cleaned that night so he could still sleep in it.
And then I realized I was like, just because I didn't know if he was gonna pee again in the house, we put him in his kennel, but he wouldn't go to his kennel because he was scared. He's like, oh, I just messed up. And so he wouldn't go to his kennel. So I picked him up, and when I picked him up, his whole stomach was wet, and I was like, we have to give you a bath. And at that time, we were even more exhausted.
Yes.
And we're like, I don't want to give him a bath, but I was
we knew we had to.
We have to because we don't want him sleeping in that and stinking. Plus, it was due for a bath anyway.
Yeah, it was roughly about time. So
but that was our night last night. Or no, that was 2 nights ago. That was 2 nights ago.
Today's Sunday. That was Saturday.
That was last night.
Yeah, that was just last night.
When you're seeing this, it's
2 nights ago for us. Right now it's Sunday. It's Sunday night for us, but that was just Saturday night. So
I think we're gonna end this video because I have quite the video to edit now. I have a 30-minute video.
Yep.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss a video. Bye guys.